The Retreat by Sarah Pearse, published by Penguin Random House. This is the second novel by this author. The first is The Sanatorium, which was set in Crans, Montana in Switzerland amidst a snowstorm. So there's already a sense of darkness there, which is then picked up again here. This is set off the south coast of Devon on Cary Island, which the locals know as Reaper's Rock. So already there is a dark sense of the history of this place. And in fact, there is a reference to the fact that 40% of the earth on this landmass is probably made up of ash. Ashes of plague victims who were shipped across, their bodies cremated and their ashes distributed across the island. So already you've got a real stark sense of, something's going to happen. There is also a history of the Creature murders. He was a mass murderer on the island. There was also a fire. So I think hats off to anybody who decides to set up an eco-wellness resort called Lumen on the island to kind of dampen down this history and have a new start. History is bound to come knocking on the door. A group of siblings decides to spend a few days there. 3 sisters, one of whom's lost her partner. Another sister, just before they're due to arrive, decides she can't make it because she's got huge work commitments. So her partner comes, and there are a couple of partners, there's a cousin. So it's a group of fairly disparate people who are there for a bit of rest and relaxation and to rebond. However, soon the body of a young woman is found on the rocks below the yoga retreat, and it looks very much as though she's been leaning over the edge to get hold of a shawl. She's toppled, lost her balance and fallen and killed herself on the rocks. Elin, who we got to know, the DS in Sanatorium, lives fairly locally, so she ships herself across to the island and starts looking at what has been going on, and she looks at this body and it doesn't make sense to her. So she starts to investigate, to question people and try and pull together what is going on. So there's a lot of mystery, and then somebody else gets killed. And she knows that there is something very, very untoward on this island. As the story continues, we discover backstories, we discover mysteries. It all gets very busy because everybody has a secret to hold on to, which they may or may not share. The chapters are quite short, which is quite nice because if you want to read a couple of chapters before bed, then you don't get lost. They kind of get put into place. And so that also adds to keeping the tension going. It's kind of quick going through the book, and I think it works really quite well. It's a very tense, riveting read. So I think if you liked The Sanatorium, then I'm sure you will like The Retreat, which is dark, blistering, and makes for a very good, tense read.